Do you ever feel like the person you're dating may not be as invested in a real connection as you are? Or perhaps you're picking up on subtle behaviors that make you wonder if they're truly ready for a committed relationship. Today, we're diving into 10 Stoic insights to identify women with multiple past relationships. This isn't about judgment, but about recognizing patterns that can help you make choices for your own peace of mind. As Marcus Aurelius once said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By keeping your mind clear and observing with discernment, you can approach relationships with a grounded perspective. Using these Stoic insights, let's explore how to recognize behaviors that might signal if someone is ready for a deep connection or still working through attachments to the past. 1. Comfortable with physical intimacy but avoids emotional connection. Have you ever felt a strong physical connection with someone, but they seem distant when it comes to emotions? This can be confusing. You might find yourself wanting to share deeper feelings, but she prefers to keep things casual. This behavior can signal that she might not be ready for a serious relationship. As the author and relationship expert, Rainer Maria Rilke, said, "Love consists in this, that two solitudes protect and touch each other." This quote highlights the importance of emotional closeness in a relationship. Without it, even a strong physical bond can feel empty. To navigate this, communicate your feelings openly. Let her know that emotional intimacy is important to you. If she's not interested in deepening that connection, it might be a sign to rethink the relationship. 2. Reluctant to form a deep emotional bond. Do you ever feel like you're on the outside looking in when it comes to her emotions? She might be open to spending time together. There's a barrier preventing her from getting too close. This reluctance can leave you feeling frustrated and unsure about where you stand in her life. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, the things you think about determine the quality of your mind. This quote reminds us that our thoughts and emotions shape our experiences and relationships. If she avoids forming a deep emotional bond, it could be that her past experiences have made her wary of vulnerability. To address this, try discussing your own feelings and fears in a non-threatening way. Show her that vulnerability can be safe and rewarding. If she remains hesitant, it might be time to consider if this relationship can provide the emotional connection you deserve. 3. Inconsistencies in her stories. Have you noticed that her stories don't always add up? One moment she shares one thing, and the next seems to change. These inconsistencies can leave you feeling confused and questioning her honesty. This behavior might indicate that she's not being entirely transparent about her past or her current feelings. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality." This quote emphasizes how our fears and doubts can cloud our perception of reality. If you find her stories inconsistent, it may trigger insecurities about trust and authenticity in the relationship. To navigate this, approach her gently about your observations. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to share more details about her experiences. This way, you can foster a more open dialogue and hopefully clear up any confusion. If the inconsistencies persist, it may be a sign to reevaluate the relationship's foundation of trust. 4. Last-minute changes are common. Do you often find plans changing at the last minute? Perhaps she frequently cancels or reschedules dates without a solid reason. This inconsistency can create frustration and make you feel unimportant. When someone often shifts plans, it may indicate a lack of commitment or consideration for your time. Marcus Aurelius, key figure in Stoicism, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote serves as a reminder that while you cannot control her actions, you can control how you respond to them. If her last-minute changes leave you feeling undervalued, it's essential to acknowledge your feelings and set boundaries. Consider expressing how her behavior affects you. Share that consistent plans are important to you and that you value reliability in a relationship. If she continues to prioritize her whims over your plans, it may be time to reflect on whether this relationship aligns with your needs and values. 5. Secretive or protective of her phone. Do you notice that she keeps her phone close, often shielding it from view? Maybe. She receives messages but quickly hides them, or she seems uneasy when you're around her device. This behavior can raise concerns about trust and transparency in your relationship. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote emphasizes the importance of focusing on your reactions and emotions rather than becoming fixated on her behavior alone. If her secrecy makes you uneasy, it's crucial to address your feelings. Consider having an open conversation with her about your concerns. Approach the topic gently and express how her secretive behavior affects your trust. It's essential to foster an environment where both of you feel comfortable discussing boundaries and privacy. If she's unwilling to communicate or continues to act secretively, it might signal that she isn't ready for an honest relationship. 6. Focused on physical appearance. Have you noticed that she often prioritizes her looks over other aspects of life? Maybe she spends a lot of time on her appearance, always dressing to impress or frequently checking her reflection. While taking care of oneself is important, an excessive focus on physical appearance can indicate a lack of depth in the relationship. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote reminds us that true happiness and fulfillment come from within, rather than external validation or superficial qualities. If she places too much emphasis on looks, it could be a sign that she values image over deeper connections. To navigate this, encourage conversations that explore her interests, passions, and values beyond appearances. Ask open-ended questions about her dreams and aspirations to foster a deeper connection. If she seems disinterested or dismisses these topics, it might indicate that she's not ready to engage on a more meaningful level. 7. Keeps you separate from her social circle. Do you feel like she keeps you at a distance from her friends and family? If she rarely introduces you to her social circle or avoids integrating you into her life, it could be a red flag. A healthy relationship often includes sharing each other's lives with friends and family, fostering deeper connections. Seneca, prominent Stoic philosopher, once said, "One of the most beautiful qualities of true friendship is to understand and to be understood." This highlights the importance of openness and inclusion in relationships. When someone is hesitant to introduce you to their circle, it can indicate that they might not see the relationship as something serious or long-term. To address this, express your desire to meet her friends and be part of her life. If she continues to keep you separate, consider discussing how this makes you feel. A relationship built on trust and connection should involve sharing each other's worlds, so it's essential to communicate your needs. 8. Hesitant to share personal details. Do you notice that she holds back on sharing personal stories or important details about her life? If she keeps her past and emotions locked away, it may suggest she is not fully invested in the relationship. A healthy partnership is built on openness and vulnerability, where both individuals feel comfortable sharing their experiences and feelings. Marcus Aurelius, key figure in Stoicism, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote reminds us that sharing personal details can lead to greater strength and connection. If she's unwilling to share, it could indicate a lack of commitment or fear of being vulnerable. Encourage her to open up by sharing something personal about yourself first. This act of vulnerability can create a safe space for her to share in return. If she remains distant, it might be worth considering if the relationship can provide the emotional intimacy you desire. 9. Shifts her priorities, leaving you out. Have you noticed that her priorities seem to change frequently, often leaving you feeling sidelined? This can be a troubling sign in a relationship. When someone truly values a partnership, they make an effort to include their partner in their life. If she consistently places other commitments or people above you, it may indicate that her heart isn't fully in the relationship. As the philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote serves as a reminder that how you perceive and react to your situation matters greatly. If her shifting priorities make you feel unimportant, it's crucial to reflect on how this affects your thoughts and emotions. Practice open communication about your feelings. Let her know how her actions affect you and express your desire for a more balanced partnership. If she continues to prioritize others over you, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship and consider if it meets your needs for emotional support and connection. 10. Frequently compares you to past relationships. Do you find yourself constantly being compared to her exes? This can be a painful and frustrating experience. When someone brings up past relationships frequently, it can indicate they're not fully committed to the present. Comparisons can create feelings of insecurity and resentment, making it hard for the relationship to flourish. As Epictetus, Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote highlights the importance of your response to her comparisons. Instead of internalizing her words, focus on your worth and the unique qualities you bring to the relationship. To navigate this situation, try to have an honest conversation with her. Share how her comparisons affect your self-esteem and the dynamics of your relationship. Encourage her to appreciate the present rather than dwell on the past. By fostering an environment of open dialogue, you can work together to strengthen your bond and move forward without the shadows of past relationships looming over you. Recognizing these signs can help you navigate relationships with greater clarity and wisdom. Remember, understanding the dynamics of emotional connections is vital for building a healthy partnership. If you've noticed any of these behaviors, take a moment to reflect on your relationship and consider how you can communicate openly with your partner. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Share your experiences or insights in the comments below. The best comment will be featured in our next video on the Cyclopedia of Wisdom. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on our future content. Thank you for joining us on this journey of self-discovery and personal growth.